This is exactly how to know when will be an altcoin season, as well as how to track the bull run. If you don't know who I am, my name is EQ. I've helped over 1,500 people learn how to trade since 2021. And the first chart we're going to be looking at right now is Bitcoin dominance. Now, Bitcoin dominance itself is probably the biggest indicator to bull runs. If you go back historically and you go into Bitcoin dominance, you go back to 2017 and 2021, you'll notice that every time Bitcoin dominance sells off and has an exponential sell-off, we are within a bull run. December 2020 all the way to May of 2021, we saw this major sell-off. And then this was the rest of the altcoin season until we started to get into the bear run. Now, when you get into bear runs, you'll notice that Bitcoin dominance likes to go up. This was through 2022 and 2023 and all the way through 2024. And you can see this was also true in 2017. We had a major Bitcoin dominant sell-off in 2017 all the way through 2018. And then through the bear run of 2018 to 2021, you can see Bitcoin dominance is going up the whole time. And then when we zoom all the way in on Bitcoin dominance, you'll notice that in November, we had a little mini sell-off. That was the start of altcoin season, which I'm sure if you're in the market, you remember a lot of projects at this time were doing well, especially in the Solana ecosystem, the meme coins and stuff like that. And then Bitcoin dominance started to pull back up through December, January, February, March, and April, which if you've been in the market, you know that everything has been down and out since then. And now we're just starting to see in the last week that Bitcoin dominance is selling off, which as you can see, it correlates directly to what happens with the market. And when I go to the weekly and the monthly performance across the entire market, you can see that everything is green. Which, by the way, if you want to learn my trading strategy, get access to our academy, alerts, all that type of stuff, there are limited spots available in the EPIQ trading floor. You can get 3 days of access for free as well as 50% off the first month. So I'll tag the link in the video as well as the description. So really what we want to see and what I have marked out here is the exponential sell-off of Bitcoin dominance, which we just have not seen yet. This is what we've been waiting for. Go back, look historically. This is the major component that's missing right now in order to see a nice little parabolic bull run in altcoin season. And like I mentioned, every time Bitcoin dominance starts to pull up, you can see price potentially start to retrace or pullbacks for altcoins, Bitcoin, so on and so forth. Let's say hypothetically we break down under 50%, and if we start to see the swing up, in those little areas that you see price come up is when you can see really strong retracements, pullbacks, things like that. Now the other thing you want to track when you're looking at altcoins specifically is the total 3 chart. The total 3 chart is going to be everything excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, aka all the altcoins. As you can see, based on movement here, we had a really nice impulse move from November, which what I was talking about was the start of the parabolic impulse season for altcoins. You had a nice retracement down. Anyone that's in the EPIQ trading floor, you know about the EPIQ golden pocket, which we had a great retracement into, which gives us a very high probability moving forward to get to take profit 3. Now, in order to get to take profit 3, we're going to have to break this range high at 1.16 trillion, and that's also going to be just a little bit higher than the previous all-time high from 2021. So we technically created about a 3% high before we saw price sell off. And if we start to get back into the zone, I would expect some sort of selling pressure. Now, on the short-term Fibonacci that we're looking at here, we have the probability and the potential to get up to 1.74 trillion, which would be a really good inflow of money into the altcoin space. And if you zoom out a little bit more and I look at the long-term Fibonacci, which we've also been respecting, this goes back to 2021. You can see the bear market of 2022 held within the EPIQ golden pocket. And we've had a nice little push up so far with plenty of nice little retracements and bounces and support levels while we follow this uptrend. And if we wanted to see this break to the top side, break this all-time high and play the long-term Fibonacci out from this take profit 3 point, which would be the EPIQ golden pocket retracement, you could easily see this push up to about the 1.75 to $2 trillion range. And that from current market cap for altcoins would more than double the inflow, which as you can imagine, that is a lot of money that's flowing into the market. That's an additional $1 trillion that can flow into altcoins. And if a lot of these altcoins only need to get up to, let's say, $1 to $4 billion market cap to hit a 10, 50, 100,000 X move, it really doesn't, it's a very small percent of that $1 trillion pie. So although there are 14 million projects that are currently listed, give or take, on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, and the space is saturated, there's still plenty of room and opportunity for growth market-wide. Now, on top of that, you obviously want to be watching Total 2, the total chart, the Bitcoin chart, even watching Ethereum is a good one to follow. But all in all, if you're watching the balance and the relationship between Bitcoin dominance and Total 3, you're going to get a really good idea as to how the market cap and altcoins can start to flow, because as Bitcoin dominance goes down, and altcoins go up, or the market cap and altcoins go up, then hypothetically what that's saying is that the inflow of money into the altcoins is going up, therefore everything can go up in price. So if you learned anything from this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you have any comments, don't hesitate to drop them in the comment section. If you want to come trade with me, go check out the EPIQ trading floor. I hope everyone has an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you tune in the world, and I'll see you in the next video.